Hey guys, it's your boy Roy and welcome to Hell. And we're going to start off this chapter with 3 flying enemies and another 3 after that, and we're going to have to wait them out. We're going to have to wait until they get really close so we can pop an EMP, because this chapter is about EMP management. You start off, take a couple of puffs, and when they get too close you'll pop an EMP, because when they're in flight mode an EMP will kill them instantly. You should of course use an EMP slide right about now. Bye. See, kills all 3 of them instantly. Now we gotta back up and wait for the other 3 to appear. Oh no, sorry about that. There's gonna be 2 aircraft carriers coming at us right now. And one is gonna have 3 Gorgies and the other is gonna have 1 Gorgie USR with a sniper next to him. Normally I'd highly suggest using the turret to take out the drivers, but we're not allowing turrets, only a shotgun, so I recommend using a grenade, which works just as fine. Now there's a nice little detail: if you blow up the Gorgies while they're hanging from the cords, the damage will transfer over to the ship, and the ship will also explode, which is a nice detail. Now from this moment forward there's going to be 2 packs of enemies coming at us, which is about, I think, 6 to 9 of these choppers, and there's going to be 1 aircraft carrier who's going to drop Romanov off at our position. It's going to be a normal close range Romanov, nothing special. Now here you can see if they get into melee mode, like standing mode, they don't have a lot of HP, but they don't die instantly from an EMP, which is dangerous. What's even more dangerous is that they have a couple of moves. They've got a rocket barrage, which is not that dangerous, but they have a shield move which repels bullets. A shotgun will stop them from doing this, but it will neglect 1 shot. And over here I'm sort of panicking because I have to deal with these guys now. For one simple reason is I'm going to get that aircraft carrier. Is going to come any second now, and he's going to board my ship. There he is. And now I'm going to try and have to fight a 2-flank war. Now at first this enemy will not be able to take any damage. He's going to be in an invulnerable state because he's shielded, except from his back. So if you hit that core you'll do some nice damage to him. I think I'm gonna melee him here. I gotta say, yeah, there we go. Only got 2 shots left. And the reason I'm not meleeing is I need my boost dodge, even though I don't care about it apparently. Huh. Alright, I remember that differently. Alright, now we're without ammo and my shotgun is all the way over there next to those enemies. So now I'm waiting for them to go into their repel mode. At least I was waiting for them to go into repel mode. I would highly recommend you wait for them to go into that bullet repel mode, because it's a lot safer than doing this. Boost dodge helps, especially if you dodge in a different direction than the boost itself, as it makes, aside from giving you good iframes, it also forces the enemy to aim for a different direction, making their shots miss. Now, I'm going to do a quick introduction for the next scene, because you guys are going to have to witness the pain I had to witness. Yes, you heard right. There is pain to be witnessed. To go into more detail, the next segment is one of the most brutal segments with shotgun only, and I tried to do it with shotgun only for a long time, but I found out it was just not possible. There's too many ranged engagements, there's a timer, and you simply can't kill all those enemies with just a shotgun in the set time frame. I think I died like 20 times, and every time you have to watch the same cutscene all the time. So yeah, enjoy.
Freight transport coming your way. 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 Freight transport coming your way.
well, how was that? Was it as fun as I had? Because I just want to grab this game and throw it out the damn window. I want to grab this scene and throw it out the damn window. Yeah, for this segment, you're going to have to kill all the enemies. With two well-placed grenades, you can kill off this entire sortie first. One quick note is every time there's a sort of a transition, like it goes above you or to the side, it will spawn a new set of enemies if you've killed the previous set. If you haven't killed the previous set, there won't be any more than before. So it's sort of recommended to either just take cover, wait it out, but I was kind of pissed off that I was having a negative score so badly, so I wanted to kill a lot of enemies to get my score back up. Because, you know, screw it. I don't really care that much about score, but I was in like the negative 2,000 or negative 6,000, so I wanted to get that up a bit. So there we get another 100 points for that USN. See, here's another spawn because we killed all the enemies. Basically, you're on a 2-minute timer. If the timer runs out, you die, and you crash into this other train. And at the end of the segment, there's going to be a Romanov. A rocket Romanov, and that was the part where the shotgun was impossible to use. I managed to kill all the soldiers using a shotgun. 40 rounds is enough, and I have grenades. But even with 3 grenades and a lot of rounds, there was not enough time to deal enough damage to that rocket Romanov to kill him. So I had to resort to ranged weaponry. I tried to keep it just assault. I think it's armor-piercing pistol, yeah. But I also had to use the sniper against this guy because here we see, even with the sniper, it's pretty big of a challenge because everything's moving and it's nuts. After this fight, there's going to be 2 more fights. There's going to be one survival fight in which you have to, and one's not a survival fight, it's a normal fight where you have to kill a lot of enemies, a lot of Gorgies, and about, I think, 2 to 3 Gorgies using one of those transports, those mechs. I always forget their names. And after that, it gets even better. There's a segment where there's going to be a lot of aircraft carriers coming in and they're going to bombard the place, and all you have to do is survive. Now, the survival part, I'll explain when we get there. It's not that hard if you know how to do it, but it's still insane. Well, upcoming we're going to have to face those Gorgies, but first we're going to crash a bit, which is nice. This segment is a hell of a shotgun only, because there's a lot of distance. And the next segment killed me quite a lot of times as well, because there's no checkpoint between the killing segment and the survival segment, so every time you die during the survival segment, which is insane on God Hard, you will, well, you'll have to redo the fighting segment. Thankfully the fighting segment's not that hard, especially with a couple of well-placed grenades. There you see the mechs. Normally I'd highly recommend taking out the pilot, but in this case they're always going to be facing you, and so you're better off just killing the machine itself. It takes about 4 to 5 shotgun shells from this distance, so not too bad. Here you can see it deals decent damage. Those things don't have a lot of HP. Normally I'd highly suggest taking out the pilot. With an assault rifle, much easier. And in other engagements, I highly suggest taking one over because, you know, they deal great damage. They're pretty cool. To build more on, there's not a lot else to say about this scene, so I'm going to derail a bit. I talked about books in one of my previous videos, and I'm going to continue on that. I found an article which had sort of the best science fiction books from the last about 150 years that you should at least read. I'm going to put the article in the description if I remember. But I'm slowly working my way through that list. I just started Frankenstein, the original by Shelley. Really weird book, really old writing, but I kind of like it. Now here, with this segment, we're going to have to use what I like to call boost dodge distortion. Basically what you do is you boost one direction and you dodge in a different direction. What this does is you still have the iframes of the boost dodge, but a lot of shots will aim at your boost and will miss because you're dodging in a different direction. It is hell on your fingers and your coordination, like where the hell am I going, where the hell am I, but it's, like I said, necessary to survive. You only have to survive for like 5 to 10 seconds, so. And this is a really cool sequence. You're last year's model. Good stuff. For this final segment, use the turrets to kill everything. You don't have to fire a bullet. If you aim, the automatic turrets will kill everything in sight. I tried for like 2 attempts to see if I can find a way to not use these turrets and just use the shotgun. It wasn't worth it, so I decided to just go for it. And this part also has the most obscure Pangloss statue. There's gonna be 2 friendly ships approaching you, and one Pangloss is like hanging to the side of the ship, and you have to hit it with one of your turrets, and if you hit it, it falls off. So you can't really check if it's still there, and you can't use ARS, because if you use ARS slowdown, you'll be looking at a wall. Here, it's right about there, you can see the red dot, and then it's gone. It's only there for like 2 seconds. Pangloss statues are so randomly scattered, I never found them all without a guide. I highly commend anyone who ever got these without using a guide, because they're so obscure, they're like, it's insane. Like hidden in every nook and cranny, which I do commend. Though this is normally I'd go on a hunting spree for them, but with this game I was just too busy having fun by shooting everything apart. I didn't really want to explore, and I already had every achievement, so I thought, like, you know what, I'm just gonna quickly find a guide and get those Pangloss. There was one guy on GameFAQs recently who said he finally found them all by himself, and he had to do it with his friend to have a second pair of eyes, and it took him quite a while, but really commend that guy. I forgot his name, but if you're watching, good job. That's pretty cool stuff. Alright, next chapter might take a while to upload because it is hell. Taking out 2 Argus is going to take me some time. I haven't done it yet at the time of recording this voiceover. I've had a lot of attempts, and there's a road sign, the sign of Platinum Games. It's a peace sign. Here it is, see? Platinum Games. I always thought that was a nice little detail. Alright guys, that was it for this chapter, and I will hopefully see you again soon.